Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another edition of Car Conversations on JLeesCorner. Okay, I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Booby Tuesday or whatever. It's all kind of Tuesdays and stuff. Okay, but I am on my way to work today. It is 42 degrees, honey, in Detroit today, which means all this snow is about to be melting all day, and it's gonna probably freeze up and be ice all night. But we gonna see. Yeah. What is you doing, fool? Okay, you on your side. Yeah. Weather is me. You know what I'm saying? Foolish weather right now in Detroit. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay. I sing that in my car, because I can loudly sing it how I used to sing it when I wasn't in my last apartment. I could be louder because I could be like in this one. I feel like, girl, don't be yelling. That is ghetto. Okay, don't do that. But do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. You can follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner and stuff. So yesterday. Oh, do not forget, this Thursday, the Ladies First panel is on Niecy's channel. Okay, it's still at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We still discussing, the shows or whatever. I will be doing my own Murder First Sight review, but the panel to discuss the show is going to be on Niecy Dixon's channel. So be sure that you are following Niecy's YouTube to be able to catch us every Thursday that we're on, okay? And the week after that, it'll be on Jamie's channel, and we go back in a circle. So, boom, leave that be. But yesterday, honey, Kandi's baby daddy, okay, rowdy daddy, Block, okay, who I feel like is a whole trash can dumpster of a man when it comes to how he handles Kandi and Riley. It aggravates my spirit, okay? That man aggravates my spirit. He not even a Block, he a Brick. Brick gets on my nerve, okay? Brick out here doing interviews. He was on some little podcast or whatever, and even though his comments about Kandi and Riley was about 5 minutes of the interview, of course, that's what picked up steam, because nobody else cared what Brick got going on. No one cared what Brick got going on, okay? Now, Brick and Kandi share 18-year-old Riley, who was in college in New York or whatever, and whatnot. Now, we've seen some of the stuff play out on the Housewives of Atlanta, because we know Block is a deadbeat, okay? At the end of the day, Brick is a deadbeat, okay, all up and through. So, on this podcast, they asked him about that situation, okay, and he went into, when I was messing with old girl, you know what I'm saying, she was kind of on the side of it, I already had a family at home, and then she ended up getting pregnant. So, you calling her a side piece to get pregnant, but dude, you were the one in a relationship. Okay, he then said that once she got pregnant, that she told his girl at home, who he already had kids with. Okay, now let's make things clear. I don't think him and old girl was married. Okay, because old boy currently now was married, and he has 5 other children. He said, I got 4 kids with my ex, and I have 1 kid with my wife. Okay, I think back then he had a girlfriend. He never referred to the girl as his wife. He said, I got a family at home, you know what I'm saying? And Kandi called and told my old lady that she was pregnant. That made them kind of have words. And I told her she had to fight that out with my old lady. And I'm like, so to me, you always been a scumbag. Your old lady knew you was a scumbag and said, even though you out here doing whatever, I'm going to fuss with her. I feel like dudes make it seem like they'll put somebody in a situation and then be like, well, it ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? She knew I had a girlfriend or whatever. And now I'm not saying Kandi was right, wrong, or indifferent for messing with that man if he had a girlfriend. What I'm saying is y'all was too concerned in those doing whatever. Okay, doing whatever. And then once she got pregnant, you was just an asshole to her, in my opinion, because he then brought up how, you know what I'm saying, I want to raise my kids, you know what I'm saying, and that's what I want to do. So at some point in life, I said, you know what I'm saying, now I want all my kids to live with me. But she had her kid over there with her. First of all, to refer to your own daughter as her kid, as if she's not your kid too, to me means you don't respect your child. And the fact that your child is old enough to not only see this interview, to watch it and listen to it, okay, she's old enough to respond and say, Daddy, fuck you. Okay, fuck you, Brick Daddy. And I'm like, who does that? Who does that? He then said how he told her, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to have your kid over there with you and you want me to spend some money, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be over there and me and my family going to be over here. I'm like, so you purposely said, go raise that kid on your own, leave me be. To me, that's complete bullshit. Okay, that means you are a deadbeat. He then bring up how, yeah, then I paid child support for 14 years. I'm like, so at 14 years old, what happened at that point in time? She could afford her own lifestyle. She was grown. Who says I paid child support for 14 years, which means he stopped paying child support, which is what Kandi said. He is out the blue, stop paying it. And I'm like, see, that's what I don't like. To make an excuse of, well, that's what happened, you have been. No. Both people have to be held accountable one way or the other. And he was on the thing talking about how he was in the industry working with Puff, working on Bad Boy, getting paid. He's still this or that in the music world. I don't know that. I don't know that man, okay? I don't know what Brick do. However, to me, that means he was still making enough money to be paying child support. Okay? He had no reason to stop paying child support. He was saying even how now he be dibbling and dabbling or whatever people still call him. I'm like, not for much, I don't think, but whatever, okay? And it was a whole part of him just making it seem as if Kandi was the reason that Riley isn't in his life, because she chose to raise Riley and not have Riley over there with him. Well, what effort did you put in? He then said, out of his own, if my hair look crazy because I got my girl, whatever. It looked better from a different angle. But again, he then went on and said that, damn, I was looking on my ass. Okay, but he then went on and said how Kandi kind of raised Riley over there. Okay, and you can raise a kid to make them not like somebody, and that, and that it's kind of Kandi's fault because he's not about to chase her. I said, you not gonna chase who? I don't think Kandi ever won the block to chase her. At least not in these last 10 years, okay? I feel like Kandi always wants you to be a father to her daughter. The same way you'll father some other fat kids. And Kandi and Riley have said that in different ways, that he has no issues with his other children with two other women. His issue has always been Kandi and Riley. And again, if you have a child with a girl who happens to be a sad piece, and let's not get things twisted, a sad piece does not always mean that the girl knew she was a sad piece. How do we not know if Kandi did not know he was in a relationship with somebody that he had at home? I don't think Block was, I try to not say his name just in case. I don't know if Brick told her whatever, but I don't like how his interview made Kandi the villain. She was a sad piece. She raised the kid on her own. You had your kid over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna chase you. You ain't supposed to chase Kandi. You supposed to chase Riley, because that's your child. And even how he be on his social media, because I wasn't on social media, he was on his social media posting old photos. It was like 2 photos of him and Riley, both from years ago. Nothing recent. And we great now. I'm like, I don't believe you, sir. I do not believe you. Riley don't fuck with you because of how you are. And I feel like after seeing that interview, she probably won't fuck with you no more because you call her mama a sad piece and said you weren't gonna chase her. and said, because keep your child over there. Okay? We have to start calling dudes out who be slow like that, because you laid down, had a baby with Kandi and 2 other women, 5 other kids, 2 other women. So you obviously be out here just doing whatever you want to do. But again, don't make it seem as if it's everybody's fault but your own that you don't have a good relationship with your daughter. Your 18-year-old kid, you have had 18 years to make some kind of bond with her. And to blame her mama who raised her, to me, is complete bullshit. And you stop paying child support. And kind of never said why. His exact word was, I paid child support for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? He also brought up at one point in time, he said he had all his kids come live with him because he wanted to be able to raise his kids how he wants to raise his kids. And Rodney wasn't raised how he wanted her raised. And so when that happens, you know what I'm saying, when your older kid come back around, your older kids just still want to love you and be you. No! Talking about if that don't happen, that means the child was raised to kind of not like you. I'm like, nigga, you wasn't there. The only way somebody can not like your guts when you ain't around is because you ain't around. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. And seeing how he playing all this out, now that Riley is old enough for him to reach out to, I can only tell how bad he Riley was before she was old enough to reach out to him. If you can't hold a conversation or a relationship with a kid who was 14 and older, I just can believe, okay, on God's green earth, when she was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, you also did not try to be in her life, because you seem like a dude who had girls under your thumb, and that's what you used to. Okay, you talk like you slow. Let's be honest, okay? And I don't like you anymore. Well, I didn't like him before. I was saying, I just don't like men who do that. I don't like he really tried to throw Kandi up under the bus and say she was a sad piece who got pregnant. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, it made me so mad. And she called my girl and told my girl she was pregnant. And I told her, you know what I'm saying, that's up to y'all. And my girl told her, well, bitch, you ain't gonna come here. I'm looking like, bitch, Kandi was rich at that point in time. She was in escape, bitch. She ain't need to come live with y'all. Rick was probably ignoring her and trying to avoid being a father. And Kandi was trying to get some attention to get him to be a father. Girl, I just don't like dudes who are just assholes like that. It just pisses me off. Anyway, that's all about that. Okay. I'm like, no. Portia and them and at Charles and the strippers, I want to make one thing clear. People was like, you can't be on a reality show and not be expecting them to snitch on you. You know, that's what happens or whatever. I 100% understand that. My point in saying Kenya was on some bullshit is because Kenya be the first one to say, be my village. Be my village. But you out here snitching on the village. There is a way to discuss some debauchery that happens without throwing someone under the bus because you a messy bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's a way for Kenya to still be a messy bitch, but not keep trying to bring up something that you know people don't want talked about. Okay, it's a way to do that. And the fact that everyone else is looking like, oh, she said what? And again, at bachelorette parties, things happen. Things happen. But I still feel like when you feel like you're around some trusted individuals, y'all all is drunk and having fun or whatever, you may feel like it's a bit of understanding that things won't be discussed in detail. It won't be a whole fucking investigation the following day from Kenya's messy ass about things. You just be hoping that people will mind their fucking business because it's what pays them and not what pays you. And you know what I'm saying, do whatever. I just felt like it was a way that Kenya could have handled that without being so messy. Still be messy as Kenya, still ask questions, but I felt like she kept going in a little bit too much. I think it was team too much because it was Portia and supposedly allegedly Tanya. And but if that was anybody else and Kenya fucked her, if Kenya was like, don't say shit, leave it be, I don't think anybody else would try to figure it out that tough, because at that point in time, all the ladies were having a good time. Anyway, I'm at work now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
World on my shoulders, so filled with stress.